up, guys? It's the Full Total here. Just wanted to say something, a personal take on this controversy with MrBeast. I'm gonna just tell you straight up, the fool is not at all surprised. Been already knew something was up with this man from the jump when he just came out of nowhere and blowing up. And the reason why he's blowing up because he does these just eccentric random giveaways, hella money, get this 100K, do this, subscribe for this. And I already knew it was a load of bullshit. And then, well, actually my first thought was like, I'm not interested because I already know those type of people and I don't fuck with them because they're no matter what MrBeast portrays, he's not doing this just because. He's doing this shit for the money. He's doing illegal shit. You know what I'm saying? Lottery shit, like very crafty, devious tactics he's using to manipulate children. And it's just all coming to light now, as usually most of these people do that get so big. Like, come on now. Nobody's just coming on YouTube and just not even putting up half of the work as PewDiePie, but just soaring past him. How? Because he's just buying everything and acting like he's doing it in goodwill. No, it's not. It's not in goodwill. Nobody just blows up that virally and it's just everything is on the book as you see. No, it's hella shady, scummy shit going on. And I'm glad people are taking this to light, like some ordinary gamers and some other people. But look, right? Let's check this out. This is MrBeast, aka Jimmy Donaldson's Twitter, X, whatever you call it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I'm looking at this, I don't see anything really substantial about this man. Like, nothing screams me out, where's the personality for real? Like, you look at this banner, the banner's kind of cool, but it's just like, it's him and his friends. Nothing really seems super special. Of course, he got, all these views and shit like that. Obviously, that's what comes with what he does. Looking at his profile picture, like, doesn't he just like the most generic white dude in the world? I'm not racist, but doesn't he just look so plain Jane? Like, what's special about this man? And I'm not a hater either. It's just like people blowing up like this and be the lamest people. Why? PewDiePie, as quirky as he may be, he was doing everything genuinely. Like, his content, you could tell he wasn't really in it for financial gain. Yes, that comes with it, but he gives back. And he actually doesn't ask for anything in return, if you know PewDiePie. I've been watching him ever since. But yeah, you go down here, this cringe shit right here with Elon. We go right here. And let me tell you straight up, he did not write this. Somebody, his PR team or whoever, is writing everything for him. He doesn't say anything. Trust me. They making sure he doesn't say anything. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's, aka Chris Tyson's transgender behavior online, and I'm going to discuss it in opposed to such unacceptable acts. Really? You really are, Jimmy? You sure about that? Because if you scroll down here, community note seems to be cooking you, my guy. We just add context to the thought. They want people to know. Spread the truth, not a lie. MrBeast fully knew that Ava Chris Tyson conducted unacceptable acts online. Yes, he was in the Discord and everything. He'd been friends with this person for a long time. MrBeast was in a server concerning minors with Tyson and other members of the MrBeast group talking about not safe for work topics. That's NSFW makes. What do people got to say about this? Cite as its source. Of course, this is a person that, bro, doing like, what community that cite as a source? Nigga, nobody's lying. Nobody's lying, bro. Come on now. Community knows don't always project fact. That this may be true, but why are you so quick to defend him? Why? Because he's just MrBeast and he paid to get it removed. I won't get seen on the street because he paid to get it removed. You can do that? You can pay to get it removed? Oh, if that's true, Elon, you better fucking change that. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, and then, ads. You knew and you ran cover coward. Yes. Like, look at this. What? Yeah, like you go step away or you got removed. Which one? Oh my god, that's bad. Then you got this fucking guy who's his friend. Phase. Imagine this is a weird, hard time for you. How is it weird? Because he's getting called out on the shit he's been doing for years, and y'all allowed him to. Hard time. Hard. Why is it hard for him? It's not hard. He's made hella money by being dishonest. How is this hard? People forget you're a real, living, breathing human. Mr. Beast is larger than life. Larger than life. That almost makes me want to throw up. Get his dick out your mouth. How was he larger than fucking life? Just giving away shit, and it's just because he likes doing it? Oh, I don't care about the money. Okay. Yeah, you may not look like it attire-wise, but your garage is packed with hella cars, I'm sure. You in a nice, super nice home. Come on, bro. That money, you've been seeing that shit piling in. Come on, bro. You smart. I understand why people hold you to the standard they do. Is Jimmy a respectable person or something? I don't see, he doesn't have anything that I respect about him. He hasn't done anything, honestly. But I hope you're doing okay. It can't be easy when this happens with a day one friend. A day one friend. Okay, so he's a day one friend no matter the allegations. So if he was a murderer or a serial killer, he's still a day one friend, so you're going to treat him the same, right? What's crazy is ironic. I have a big brother that's kind of like Jimmy. He never worked a hard day in his life. I don't know if Jimmy has consistently, but he's never worked a hard day in his life. And he has a lot of money that he can just throw away, spend it. Like my brother got fucking $4,000 TV just sitting in here catching dust because he can. When you making money illegitimate, it's easy. That shit doesn't mean anything. You can just spend it crazy. You're gonna get it back. So, like, if I had a friend that I knew was a piece of shit, I wouldn't hang out with that friend at all. Now, see, the difference is my big brother, that's my family. I'm still distant from him. He hasn't done anything too bad to make me want to like be like, nah, I can't fuck with him no more at all. But if it get to that point, I would. But if it's a friend, I wouldn't even be friends with this person unless, like, if they listen, try to fix it, maybe we can work something out. But if you just don't want to hear it and you're being a shitty person continuously and other people see it, I'm done with you. I don't want to be affiliated with someone like that because that you're a piece of shit. I'm not. So we don't work no matter who you are, how long you've been friends. If I realized that, I probably would have realized it first, but I'm not hanging out with nobody that's a scumbag. Jimmy has taken zero accountability. He either knew about it, covered it up, he knew about it, or was so blinded by his friendship that he chose to ignore the red flags that was smacking him in the face for years. If he didn't know, he should be openly admitting his mistakes. Men admit wrongs. This is true. If I'm wrong, I'm going to admit this shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm standing on my business. Look, maybe get rid of your friend if he comes to tell you he's leaving his wife and kid to become a full-time woman. I would cut that person out of my life on the spot. Maybe it would help them see they make a mistake, but I wouldn't be around them. Yeah, like literally. So yeah, I mean, it's you can see that a lot of people are like-minded in that issue. Like, it's not just one person. It's not just Dog Pack, right? Trying to slander this man because, oh, we're going to get views. No. He has knowledge that we do not have, direct knowledge. Like, he was working under this man. He knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could say maybe not as long as his other friends or whatever, but there's a reason why he's not there. And I bet you it's not because he was just doing dumb shit, because they was already doing illegal shit. It's because he wasn't with the shit that they were actually doing, and it was just scummy and shady. Like, if that was me, if you're a righteous person and you're around people that's perceived as doing evil things, it's going to make your skin crawl. Trust me, I know. It's going to make you feel so disgusted. Like, he's portraying like he's this messiah by trying to act like nonchalant. Oh, just here, take this $100 and all this big amount of money. And he just doesn't bat an eye where everybody's like, what the fuck is he doing? Which is bringing more attention to him. Because obviously nobody can just, oh, hey, here, buy this shirt, get $1 million. Which is, first of all, come on now. You know that's false. But they seeing money being moved, but they're not paying attention to how it's being moved and who it's being moved to. It's obviously, you know, it's internal. He's not just giving that shit to nobody. He's losing that money if somebody gets that shit. Like somebody like me, Like, money can't buy me, but if it's a competition or something like that, like, yeah, I'm gonna try out if I got the opportunity for real. But like trying to sway what I do with it, it's not gonna be as easy. Even though you could put $1 million in front of me, but it's like like, what is it? You're not just giving this out kindly. Nobody is. So don't ever fall for that. You feel what I'm saying? So let's go back to this, right? So you see, we're gonna talk about this. You see how he didn't post no video for 3 weeks, right? Or maybe he did post something and he removed it because the shit wasn't looking too good. But he just posted this a day ago. You know what I'm saying? Amidst all the controversy. 70 million views already. You know we're going to get more views because of this controversy. But he's not addressing the controversy directly. But we're going to take a look at that later. So, a lot of people don't know. I found out this recently as well. Well, people know that Jimmy is smart. He's very smart. But he's actually more smarter than you would think. If you go back to his oldest videos, as you can see right here, started like everybody else. These views are inflated. I don't, like, it's hard to tell how much he had before he blew up, because people do watch old videos of famous people. If you get to that point, they want to see everything you had. I don't know how much this was before he blew up, but you see he started with Minecraft, and that's already a flag right there. Kids love Minecraft. It's one of the most loved games in the world, if not the most loved and most played game in the world, whatever. Kids love Minecraft. This is where he got all his viewership and subscribers, majority kids, which he knows. If you subscribe for a cookie, that's for a kid. Kids equate rewards with sweets. That's just how most kids are. Parents do that. They're gonna sub. They might not think they're gonna get cookie, but they just like cookies, so they're gonna subscribe. But yeah, he started off with Minecraft. Videos viral, like your first video, that had to be, because think about it, you gonna see a really big YouTuber. I watch it too. I watch all the big YouTubers over these, PewDiePie, Markiplier, to see how they blew up and what they did. The first video got 25 million views because everybody watched that video, because it's his little first video technically. He might have more that he didn't post or whatever, but this is officially like his first video, so everybody's gonna go to watch it. And that's why it has more views than all the other shit you're seeing. But yeah, he got the kid fan base, kept going up, started playing Call of Duty. You see this shit got less views because it's not more geared for kids. This is an adult. But, which a lot of people out there know, MrBeast does analytical take. So he did. You see this? It's a very nice thumbnail. All that. And it's interesting. It's got PewDiePie name in it 10 years ago. He's breaking down how much money PewDiePie makes. Let's watch.
The name to the song you were just listening to is Human Error. It's probably my new favorite song. I decided to start the video off with it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it made you feel a little bit good. I like the song, and just felt like sharing it with you guys. But anyways, I'm going to jump into the topic of this video, which is, how much does PewDiePie make? And to be honest, it's probably none of our business how much PewDiePie makes off of YouTube, but this video is for entertainment purposes, and I just want to show you the earning possibilities through YouTube, and just, you know, how much money you can actually make off of YouTube. If you actually stick with it and upload till you get a big channel, your earning possibilities through YouTube are limitless. So, as I said, we're going to be discussing how much PewDiePie makes per day. The reason we're doing PewDiePie is because he's the #1 most subscribed to channel, not because I have beef against him, not because I dislike him. I actually really like PewDiePie, and he actually donates a lot of his money and does a lot of charity live streams. So anyways, I don't want you guys to think I'm just throwing out some random BS number and making up stuff. So I'm going to show you exactly how I calculate his numbers, or his earnings, and I did this same mathematical calculation on my earnings, and it matched almost exactly. So I'm 90% sure what number I say is pretty close to what he actually makes. So anyways, let's start talking about what you all came here to learn about. So pretty much this is the equation we're going to use to figure out exactly or not exactly, but pretty much roughly how much PewDiePie makes per day. So first things first, when trying to figure out someone's earnings, is you need to know how many views they get per day throughout their entire channel. PewDiePie on average gets 6.5 million views per day throughout his entire channel, 6,500,000. Now you got to subtract 40% of those views because you only get paid for video views that they watch the ad. And on average, 40% of the views each video gets, the viewer had ad blocker or watched it on a mobile device.
Now, see what he's saying is still very valid to this day. But back then, you gotta think this video was shot and published on, probably shot a day before something, but it was published on November 11th, 2013. It's only got a 100K video views, which is a lot, but not as much as video should have got. I think this is because people don't know about this one. This would get way more. This might get way more views after this video, honestly. But this video is actually very well done on the analytical thing. MrBeast is very smart, very educated. He went to college, all that. So you gotta count how many views a day. Like back then, that was really, really good. I know it might not seem like a lot much because MrBeast taking over. A lot of people know how views work now. But back then, that's a lot of fucking traffic to have. Like, that is really big. So he was averaging that a day. And it's crazy. You see this right here. Man, Dog Pack right here. Shout out to him. Really exposing the truth about this man. But let's get back to this.
Which does not support ads. So, PewDiePie gets 6.5 million views per day, but on average 40% of those views were ad blocker mobile. So you have to subtract 40%, which leaves him with 3.9 million views per day. So 3,900,000 views per day PewDiePie gets where the viewer actually saw an ad of some sort. Now, on average, PewDiePie makes $3.50 per 1,000 views. So every 1,000 views, he gets $3.50. And on average, he's getting 3.9 million views per a day. Now we got to do the math. So PewDiePie on average gets $3.50 per 1,000 views. So now we have to divide the 3.9 million views he gets per day by 1,000 and then times it by $3.50. So if you do the math and work it out, you can do it on your own if you want to. 3.9 million divided by 1,000 times 350 is $13,650. That is how much PewDiePie makes per day. $13,650.
And that is very accurate. He, like, becoming a YouTube partner recently, definitely, like, really studying the analytic things of how this is made, what's my RPM, CPM. Like, MrBeast, I'm pretty sure he was very, very involved with all of these analytics. He was very in-depth, like, looking at every single thing, how videos did, tracking PewDiePie on Social Blade, which is this website right here. Got this. You can put your name in and check your stats. Might not be all the way accurate, but gives you a nice little estimate. Matter of fact, you on here, I could put MrBeast in right here. See, his shit is just ridiculous. Like, man, he has so many fucking, like, bro, his shit is crazy. He's number one. Yeah, number one. Look, he's number one. Like, damn, bro. You make estimated earning 6.8 million to 108 million. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. Now we go to PewDiePie. And you see, his is still solid, but he's definitely not as good as he used to be, but still looking good. But just MrBeast is just overtaking him. All right, let's go back.
That is roughly on average how much Pewds makes per day. And that's pretty much that. I ran you step by step how I calculated that. I did the same thing on my earnings and it came out just about exactly the same. 13,650 a day, around 400,000 a month. I'm not going to say how much I think he makes per year because, you know, his views are going to be a lot higher, so he's actually going to probably make a lot more. And this is also a conservative estimate, as remember we subtracted 40% of his views because of ad blocker and mobile views and things like that. So anyways, on average, Pewds makes $13,650 per day, And as I said before, PewDiePie does a lot of charity events. He donates a lot of his money, and I think he deserves every penny he makes. And he doesn't do YouTube for money. It is really obvious if you just watch some of his videos. He does it for fun and because he enjoys it. So anyways, that's how much he makes. This video is for entertainment purposes, and I hate to, be a little nosy and things like this and butt into other people's business, but I just want to show you, the earning possibilities through YouTube and how he's making in the millions a year off of, uploading videos to the internet and having fun. So anyways, hope you enjoyed. Hope this was a little bit entertaining, a little bit educational, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Now look, right? You see what he just said. You see how he just confessed that he was aware that PewDiePie never did YouTube for the money, which I said earlier. He knew that PewDiePie was really on there just to share his experience with games, his content, how he feels, his reaction, and see everybody's reaction, because he actually genuinely appreciate that, like I do. I'm not on here to make money. I've never been. I'm here to share cool stuff with my cool viewers, show other people cool stuff. But see, I'm a modder, so I do a little bit different things. Like I'm actually sharing my content directly with y'all, and it feels good to see y'all reception on Yakuza videos, Judgment, everything, bro. Resident Evil. I love all of this stuff that I share. But see, MrBeast that's the problem. He tried to portray he was genuine. It's not for the money. It is. He's not doing anything out of the kindness of his fucking heart. It's sad, because I really appreciate people like that. PewDiePie, that's one of the main reasons why I watch him, because he's genuine. Even though he's very quirky, he's a good guy, actually. And it's just sad that MrBeast has surpassed him by doing things illegitimately, abusing kids, all these fake giveaways and shit, friends, pieces of shit, as you can see. It's sad. But look, right, with that video, I'm gonna show you a parallel how MrBeast made that video about how much PewDiePie makes. This very intelligent young lad made a video of how much money MrBeast makes, and it's pretty accurate as well. Let me show you. So we go right here, and my man's D-Lad right here. Very cool guy. Shout out to him.
MrBeast makes a ton of money, but how much exactly does he make in 2024? Well, I calculated it. In last year's video, I used the supposed average of how much money YouTubers make per 1,000 views, which is $4.50. However, I recently got monetized on YouTube, so I can use my own money-making metrics and change it to find MrBeast's earnings per 1,000 views. So my videos average about $2 per 1,000 views, which is below average because my retention on longer videos could definitely be better. You see, two major things lead to ad money on YouTube: how long the video is and how much of the video viewers watch, also known as retention. So longer videos get more ads that end up making more money, but viewers also have to watch until those ads come in for them to actually make that money. So I'm just gonna increase the video length and retention proportionally to find Jimmy's numbers. On my current most viewed video, 12 minutes of Vsauce out of context, I didn't get monetized until the video had 110,000 views, and the last 28,000 views I got from it earned me about $45. That's $1.6 per 1,000 views on a 12-minute video with 32% retention. And about a year ago, MrBeast said that he gets around 70% retention on his videos, but he also said in a tweet that his newer videos with a slower pace had a much.
And see, y'all may look at this as like really complicated, but this is actually very valid information that a lot of YouTube creators are looking at. Because trust me, when I became a YouTube partner 2 months ago, I was looking at every details, right? So this is one page I stay on, the analytics, to see all my view count tracking, what's going on and all of this. Right now, the Rari 4 remake, how to play his Hunky Story mode, Crest Part 2, doing really good. Very nice length video. But you go to your dashboard, you can go to analytics and see a more detailed overview of things. And you see right here, my channel got 28,671 views in the last 28 days. I got 1.1 K watch time hours, which is really good. Subscribers plus 28, 999%. Estimated revenue $36. Now go more in detail about the revenue. So that's the last 28 days, right, for $36. Go to 90 days, because as you can see right here, I became monetized on Friday, June 7, 24. That was the first day I actually became monetized. And so far I made $74.22. And you can see, you can actually go to you know, and actually see details about the videos, your RPM, which is how much you make per mil, per every 1,000 view. And I got 71.7k views so far in that time span. And my best performing video is Judgment playing as the Mo, right? 2.7k views, 245 views, 184.5 watch time hours. Very, very good. Very good details. Audience retention is 6%. 63% of viewers are still watching around the 30 mark, which is above typical, which is really good. That's where you want it. And you can see your source, where it's come from, and all that. Playlist, brought you suggested videos. Go to reach. You can see a lot of details. I might talk about this more in depth in another video, but yeah, you can even see like how much this video makes for every 1K view right here. See, $2.71 for every 1,000 view right there. But you can actually like go back here and go see more, and you can see like your RPMs of everything, and you see the video that has the highest RPM is the SMV Vengeance video, which is almost 2 hours long. That was like my longest video at that time, and it has an RPM of $39.25, which means for every 1,000 view, I get that right there. But of course, when it comes to length, like he was just saying, D-Lad, the more longer it is, though, the less views it's gonna get, because you got to think about it. A shorter video is gonna be easier to watch. You don't have to really plan nothing to watch like a 5-6 minute video. But anything longer, then it's just like you have to like prepare to like sit down and watch it like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, or you got to prepare to watch that. So a lot of people don't have the time, but when they do, they watch it. That's where you get the watch time from. So that's just how that works. So go back here. But yeah, let me get back to this. Just give me a brief little analytical take on that. It's very important though, because trust me, MrBeast is looking at he looked at every single thing with that back then to really like know what's working. It tells you a lot. It tells you much more than what I showed you. But let me go back here.
Higher retention. Much higher is a vague term, but I'll assume that it jumped from 70% to 80 or 85%. I'll go with 80% to not be too generous with my estimates. Also, Jimmy recently took his average video length from being 12 minutes to 18 minutes long. With that information, I estimate that MrBeast makes about 3.75 times more money than I did per 1,000 views, which is almost exactly $6. Now to actually see how much money he really makes, his main channel gained a whopping 1.8 billion views in the last 30 days alone, which means that he made about $11 million from only ad revenue on his main channel in just 1 month. But lots of his views on the channel come from his shorts, which pay much less, and since I couldn't find out how many of his views are from shorts, I'll just subtract $1 million. Combining that with the total of his other 4 English channels, we get an extra $1.2 million and another $150,000 from his 12 non-English channels, all of which he abandoned and hasn't uploaded to in over a year.
Now see, with that right there, like that's the tricks, that's the gimmicks, right? Him just making these separate accounts just for other languages breeds trust, right? Like, oh wow, he's really doing all of this, like he really cares, he really cares that much. You see the key word, abandon. That was just to get those views and just for you to think that, then it's straight just say fuck it. And probably not too many people question about it because they didn't really care that like much in the grand scheme of things. But that's not really, he milked y'all. Yeah, y'all thought it was gonna be a consistent thing. Nah, that was just to get y'all trust, get y'all views, get y'all subs, and make that money. And he succeeded, as you can see. Okay, let's go back.
That brings our current total to $11.35 million in ad revenue per month. But that's not all. Far from it, actually, because he also makes money from sponsorships, merch, and companies, which are gonna make our number way higher. First up are sponsorships. I used a sponsorship calculator that told me that sponsoring just one of his videos would cost $5 to $7 million. But after a bit of looking into it, it seems like Jimmy doesn't charge nearly that much, with one recent source saying that he charges at most $3 million. So I'm gonna assume that it's an average of $2 million, even though he probably should be getting way more. With an average of 2 videos per month, he'll probably be getting another $4 million from sponsors during that time on his main channel. He'll also probably be getting another $400,000 per month from sponsors on his philanthropy channel, and he hasn't gotten any sponsors on MrBeast 2 yet because of his lack of long videos. Also, he's not getting any other sponsorships because he doesn't upload to any other channels anymore. That brings us to $4.4 million for sponsorships and $15.75 million in total so far. Next up is merch. So there don't seem to be any solid numbers on how much merch Jimmy sells, but apparently someone with around 10,000 subscribers will sell an average of 6 pieces of merch per month. And merch on MrBeast.store ranges in price from $7 to $70 per item, with most being around $30 or $40, so we'll go with an average merch sale of $30 since some of his best-selling merch is on the cheaper side. Scaling that up and using a base of 5 per month instead of 6 to be a little more conservative, MrBeast would be selling about 120,000 pieces of merch per month due to his massive following of nearly 250 million subscribers. So he should be making about $3.6 million a month from merch, but assuming his average piece of merch costs about $10 to make, based on averaging how much custom shirts and hoodies cost in bulk, that puts his merch profit at $2.4 million and $18.15 million in total. But we still have his last income generator to go through, his businesses.
This right here is where it gets super sketch right here. First of all, you know this is not marketed to anybody else but kids, same as his fan base. But then it's like, I haven't had one, I haven't even seen one, but maybe because I just didn't care, wasn't looking for, because I know it's bullshit. Look at this smile, like, do you trust that creepy ass smile? Do you? I don't, but a kid's gonna look at it like, he looks happy, he looks, no, this man looks like a fucking, he just looks like a crook, bro. I see it. I can see this shit, right? I can see do people what they do. Who is not gonna exploit a kid? It's the easiest person to exploit. Like easy, like taking candy from a baby. Yes, because kids don't know no better. But this shit right here, man, like y'all might look at it as such a small thing, man. This man made so much money from this shit, and it's just not. It's not right. It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, let's continue.
So a few years ago, Jimmy started his first major company, MrBeast Burger, and he had over 1,000 ghost kitchens across America and part of the rest of the world. However, last year he stated in a tweet that he was not happy with the quality of the food from his restaurant and that he decided to step back from it. The only reason he didn't shut it down was because he accidentally made it so that he didn't have the power to do.
Young B signed a bad deal. Okay, so basically an exploiter exploits the exploiter and you're upset. No, I call that irony, I call that karma, and I call that, you just deserve that, my guy.
So, soon after the tweet, he got into a lawsuit, and according to Wikipedia, it looks like Jimmy's not even getting paid for the sales at
Yeah, and he shouldn't.
MrBeast Burger anymore, but I don't know for sure. For that reason, I won't be getting into its sales and revenue. However, Feastables is a different story. While for most of last year, Feastables sales haven't seemed to be particularly notable despite launching new products, things quickly changed when Jimmy announced to the world that he had reinvented his chocolate to use a much better tasting formula. And on top of that, he said that for an entire month, mid-February to mid-March, one person that bought his chocolate would win $10,000 every day, giving everyone 30 chances to win.
And you know that that's bullshit straight up, right? I'm sure nobody's gonna hear that and be like, oh, what? No way. That's legit. No. You're gonna try to get the bar to see it, but you're not gonna win that. Come on now. You're not gonna win that money, bro. And then you get to a point where they ransacking the stores, right? Like, you gotta think, like when it first dropped, I'm pretty sure hella people was crowding that aisle just to see if they can get one or just grabbing as many as they can. They're not eating all that shit. They're probably opening that shit on the spot, right? They're not buying it either. They're just opening that shit and throwing this shit somewhere to try to get the money. They can buy a limited chocolate bars at $10K. Come on now, make it make sense.
This caused a massive amount of people to start buying his new chocolate, making most Walmarts in the US almost always sold out of it. So it would normally be hard to find out how many sales all those Walmarts made during that time, but during that time, Jimmy showed the stats of his milk chocolate sales in one Walmart over the course of a few days. Future me here, you can tell by my short hair. But I'm just here to say that while editing this video, I realized that these sales were for the smaller and less sought after 35 gram bars, so to fix my estimation mistake, I'll assume that Jimmy sells twice as many big bars as small ones, basically tripling our Feastables numbers. And I don't want to re-record and re-edit all the parts with my mistakes, so I'll just show the better estimates in text while past me says lower numbers. Once the chocolate bars were where they were supposed to be, he sold an average of about 12 bars per day. And since the stores usually have 3 or 4 of his types of chocolate on display, I'll assume that he sells about 40 chocolate bars per Walmart per day. There are about 4,500 Walmarts in the US, but since there are other stores that sells chocolate in the US as well as Canada, the UK, and Australia, I'll take a lowball estimate and assume that it's equivalent to another 500 or so Walmart sales, putting it at 5,000. Each bar costs about $2.50, so that times the 5,000 stores times the 40 sales per store per day means that for a full month, MrBeast made just about $500,000 from his chocolate per day, or $15 million.
D-Lad, you a smart guy. He know his shit, bro. I'm not good at math and I know numbers, but D-Lad, you are a smart guy. Let's go.
During that month. Of course, he also has to pay for the production of these bars, so I'll just go with the average price increase assumption, which means that half of the revenue was the cost of production. So that month probably made him about $7.5 million of profit, and now that he isn't giving away $10,000 every day, I'll assume that sales will average out at half.
He never was giving away $10,000 every day. That's just speculation. But of course he's going to say that because he's going to take him for his word. But he wasn't giving away that much money every day. If it was definitely inflated a little bit. He was giving something, but it wasn't that much. Trust me.
Half of what it was during that month. But he also sells cookies and gummies, which unfortunately I couldn't find any information on how many sales he gets from them. So I'll assume that those sales make about 20% of the profit that his chocolate makes, since there's definitely a lot less craze about them. This puts his Feastables profit at an average of $4.5 million per month, and his total before most of his spending at a whopping $22.65 million.
And that's just fucking chocolate. Chocolate, Luis says. At that time, this was this year. $2.57. It seems so small, but look how much he's made by his straight up trickery and illusion. It's ridiculous, man.
Keep in mind that while I'm trying to be as accurate as possible with these estimates, when I'm not sure about the numbers I go with a lowball estimate, meaning that it's very likely that he actually makes more than this. But let's see how much profit he really makes since he spends a lot of his money on videos and philanthropy. Luckily, Jimmy mentioned how much money he spends per video only a couple of weeks ago as of the making of this video.
Now see, to everybody, that's another thing to gain trust, right? Because if he's telling you how much he's expending, most people are going to think, oh yeah, damn, he's really sacrificing a lot. God damn, what is he getting from this and all that? And he won't never tell that part, but it makes you trust him more. Like there is expenses. He probably talk about that and post it a lot because obviously it's going to make you think he's more legit by breaking down how much he spent. If he's not telling you how much he's spending or even any question coming at, it's going to be weird because like, somebody has to know something. Like, you're not just doing all this and there's no cost. That just doesn't make sense. I mean, you got a money printer, which he may have. Well, he basically is, but not the right way. But let's go back.
Which is about $3.5 million for everything, including production and paying his employees. Since he makes about 2 videos per week, that's an insane nearly $8 million he spends per month on just his main channel's videos. It's $7.9 million, but I'll round it to 8 to account for any extra expenses. But there's also his philanthropy channel where he says that he spends all the money he makes there to help people. So that's another $650,000 made from that channel that he spends per month. And I already accounted for the money spent on products, so taking away the other $8.65 million a month he spends on videos, MrBeast makes a grand total profit of just about $14 million a month, or $168 million a year. Only about $20 million per year more than last year's estimates, but since he abandoned some of his channels in MrBeast Burger, that's actually a very impressive amount of growth. And with his fame growing more and more day by day, don't be surprised when he becomes the first billionaire YouTuber, which will probably happen in under 3 years since he seems to be over halfway there already. Thank you for watching, and wait, what? You wanted to know what I was wearing? Well, thank you for asking. I'm wearing my brand new merch. If you want to buy some...
Man, D-Lad, funny guy, but Most of you actually said was pretty accurate. It makes sense, right? It really does. He broke it down pretty well. Salute to you. Salute to you. But yeah, man, like, it's just so obvious to anybody who actually like really look at this stuff. Like, nobody just gets to what the place MrBeast at without some type of bullshit, a lot of bullshit, like illegal bullshit going on in the background. And the thing is that, like, it's good for YouTube, right? Because it's bringing so many eyes. YouTube likes that, but at the same time, he's doing some criminal things. He's doing some illegal shit, lotteries and all that. He is. So YouTube need to step in, bro. You can't keep making money off someone that's abusing children, bro. That's what he's doing. He's abusing their minds. Parents are not that involved. They're not asking what these kids are watching. It's preoccupying them, right? So they're not gonna mess with anything that's keeping them calm, keeping them acting right. That's the mentality of a parent. I don't have no children, but I just know that that's how it works. If it's something that's keeping their kids' eyes, they're not gonna question it. As long as nothing sounds like too crazy, they're not going to question it. MrBeast is smart. He makes sure he doesn't say nothing derogatory doing that. He's a potty mouth. He cusses a lot. But when his video's on, it's going to be bleeps or it's going to be nothing. Ain't going to be no cussing words. Because parents going to be like, oh, what are you listening to? And then take him off that and he's going to lose viewership. That's how that works. But look here, right? So let's go to this video. Like I said earlier, 1 day ago, 70 million views. I ain't gonna be able to watch this long because this guy you can just tell. I don't watch none of his videos, but you can just tell that this man is just not, he's just not right, bro. So let's go back here.
I just built this bunker, and these two people who have never met each other
that have never met each other. Why do you feel the need to say that? Remember, he didn't post no video until 3 weeks ago. And he just making this out of the blue. Obviously, it's going to get more traction because of the controversy, but why does it matter that they don't know each other? Why do you have to say that? That's weird, right? Let's continue.
Going to attempt to live down here for the next 100 days. Take your blindfolds off. Hugo, this is Rain. Rain, this is Hugo. This is our first time ever meeting.
First time ever meeting. Do you trust this guy's face? His face is not even fucking symmetrical. Do you trust this smile?
Hugo,
the first time meeting, right?
This is Hugo. This is our first time ever meeting. And this is the nuclear bunker
I call bullshit.
Everything you would need to live for the next 100 days is in this bunker. Dang. You can even grow your own
Dang, no, not scripted at all. I don't know these people at all.
vegetables.
Oh, cool.
And if you come over here, you'll find your bedroom. All 40 feet underground.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Above you is a bed,
Nice.
and here's another bed. And most importantly, over here is your $500,000.
Dude, it's
Over here's your $500,000.
real.
Well, it better be.
If both of you stay
What? Dude, is it real? Oh, it better be.
to win the other $100,000, they just $100,000 to stop your money.
Earplugs would be.
Want to win.
Hopefully we don't fall.
So far they seem to be getting along.
Crazy.
Both of you stay
Wait, what?
above you is a bed. Here's another bed. And most importantly, over here is your $500,000.
Dude, it's real.
Well, it better be.
If both of you stay here.
Okay, I've seen enough. But, yeah, man. So, come on now. You know it's bullshit. You know he's been a fraud. It's just all coming to light now. He's sending out cease and desist. Like, come on. Cease and desist. Why? Because you know the jig is up. And it's probably not him doing it directly. It's his PR team, lawyers. But, yeah, man. This guy has been shady. I've been had a feeling. It's crazy because I know people that's been telling me, oh, he's legit. They've been telling me in my ear, oh, MrBeast does it. And I never like just took them for. I don't take nobody for their word. And as you can see now, I'm glad I didn't. The man is a fraud. Jimmy Donaldson is a fucking fraud. Dogpack is exposing him. Someone in the gamers is helping what they exposing. Very happy. But yeah, man. I just had to see them. Might say more about it if this. It's gonna blow. More details gonna kind of like I'll check it out. I usually don't make videos like this, but I've been suspected this man ever since, so it's just like this coming out, I kind of have to speak on this. If you have children, please be involved with your kids watching. Ask them what they watching. Don't let them watch these people, because these people are frauds. They're fake. You don't want your child to salute them, get them praise, or want to be like them. Straight up. So thank you everybody who might possibly watch. I appreciate this, but yeah, like if the people who've been here, y'all know me. I don't let injustice stand. I speak out. It don't matter who it is. But thank you all. Appreciate y'all. Have a nice day. The Fool is out.